Rovers.
How great the robe of liberation, a formless field of merit, wrapping ourselves in the Buddhist teachings, we free all living beings. And though I liberate countless beings, not a single being is liberated.
Incense chant.
I can put it on the right slide. Precepts incense, liberation of views incense, cloud of lighted incense pouring into the Dharma realms, offering to the highest teachers of the 10 directions, I respectfully bow to the altar of the incense cloud. Bodhisattva. There's a little bit of one here. Did you want me to open the window?
Sure. Wisdom dedication. We dedicate the what?
I think it was when I'm the leader.
Oh yeah.
We dedicate this time and place to the three jewels.
The ideal of enlightenment to which we aspire. To the Dharma, the path of the teaching that we follow. To the Sangha, the spiritual fellowship with one another that we enjoy. Here may no idle word be spoken. Here may no unquiet thoughts disturb our minds.
To the observance of the 5 precepts, we dedicate this place. To the practice of meditation,
we dedicate this place.
To the ripening of wisdom,
we dedicate this place.
To the joy of awakening, we dedicate this place. Though in the world outside there is strife,
here may there be peace.
Though in the world outside there is hate,
here may there be joy.
Here seated, here practicing, may our minds become Buddha, may our thoughts become Dharma, may our speech together become Sangha, for the happiness of all beings, for the benefit of all beings,
with body, speech, and mind, we dedicate this place. Chant of compassion. We surround all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Especially do we send out compassionate thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to those in doubt and ignorance, to all who are striving to attain truth, and to those whose feet stand close to the great change called death. We send forth all wisdom, mercy, and love. May the infinite light of wisdom and compassion so shine within us that the errors and vanities of self may be dispelled. So shall we understand the changing nature of existence and awaken into spiritual peace. The refuges.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Dharma.
I take refuge in the Dharma.
I take refuge in the Sangha.
I take refuge in the Sangha. The 5 precepts.
I take up the practice of not harming living beings.
I take up the practice of not harming living beings.
I will not take what is not offered.
I will not take what is not offered.
I will not misuse sexuality or sensuality.
I will not misuse sexuality or sensuality.
I will practice gentle, truthful speech.
I will practice gentle, truthful speech.
I will not deal in nor misuse intoxicants.
I will not deal in nor misuse intoxicants. The Buddha Sarangamagata. True nature is free from all phenomena which are illusions by causes created. Phenomena neither rise nor fall, but all phenomena feels weak when set upright, tying and untying from the same cause arise, while the saintly and the worldly are not dual. Consider underlying nature at the point of meeting where both is and is not, cannot be. If you disregard it, you are in delusion. If you awaken to it, you are free at once. 6 knots are untied, one after the other. When 6 are undone, one vanishes as well. Choose a sense organ that is all penetrating to enter the holy stream and attain Bodhi. Old habits flow like torrents in aliacidal consciousness, since the real yet unreal can create confusion. I have refrained from revealing it to you. If mind be set on searching for the mind, that which at heart is not illusion becomes illusory. If you stop all grasping, then there is nothing real. If what is not illusion ceases to arise, where can illusion be? This is the profound lotus dharma, the precious Bodhi of the royal gem, the samadhi of seeing all things as illusion, which in a finger snap leads to the state beyond all study. The unsurpassed doctrine was followed by all Bhagavats in all directions on the one path that to nirvana leads.
It's really nice to be back. It's really nice to do our full Sunday service again. I'm surprised at how refreshing it is. Even just going through the liturgy is very nice. It's been a challenging the past couple of weeks for a lot of us, just because of the things that are happening in the world, and it got started kind of a conversation with some of my friends about how we should approach death and dying. And one of my friends said that they would rather not be present for their loved ones. They'd rather be somewhere else. They'd rather someone else deal with it. And you know, I found that very strange, because I've always thought, that a person or a being's last moments are very important, and that you shouldn't avoid them. And it was interesting because my response was just my gut response was just like, well, we're not present with beings at the time of death for ourselves, we're present with beings for them. And I mentioned that to them, and it totally shifted their perspective on what it means to care for those who are dying. Because we get wrapped up in our own trauma, our own emotion, our own doubt that we can handle the challenge, that we lose sight of, what it really means to be there, and what especially for us as practitioners who are aware of our interconnectedness with all life and all beings, we are now no longer ignorant of this, this idea that our presence at the time of death is very important, because it's a frightening transition. And to have people there that understand the interconnectedness of life helps them ease them into this new stage. And it's easy for the world to not want to say that there is a responsibility to those who have passed on, but I think more than ever there is a responsibility. And I think more than ever people need to understand that, while grief is hard, we shouldn't let it turn into an act of selfishness. It shouldn't be turned into this, shying away from what could actually make an impact. And I think it goes hand in hand with our practice of what is unconditional loving kindness. Because when you have unconditional loving kindness, of course, the condition that you're helping isn't there. You're coming from this place of no expectation one way or the other. And when you don't have that expectation, you don't have all of the things that arise with the expectation. You don't have the grief might not even arise. The expectation that it's scary. The expectation that it's not doesn't really matter anyway. You don't take care of these creatures for your own, and I think that there's a need for this, and it just talking about it kind of made me realize that there's a need for it because of the rampant ignorance about it. So it's kind of reinvigorating. It's kind of this is something, the need has arisen for this, and now it has created this need for, me to understand so that I can navigate these situations. And I think that at some point, everybody should also understand the importance and the need for this, because we all deal with death. It's inevitable. We all have loved ones. It's inevitable to have loved ones. And it's really interesting because, it's like, well, there are two sides to it, right? So, on the same hand, this was the same person who, we were having lunch and we were, having soup, and I fished a fruit fly out of my soup and put it on a napkin, and I, administered first aid to a fruit fly. And he goes, go get the AED. And it was like, it's nice that you have acceptance now to the point where you're not disgusted, and I can do this and take care of this creature in front of you during lunch, and you're not mad at me about it. But at the same time, it's like, this person averts to the death of loved ones, and yet they're willing to just accept that a creature is dead, and like that fruit fly ended up surviving, which was cool because it helps people understand, why do you see a difference? Why do you see a difference between this fruit fly or your beloved dog or your spouse or your, loved ones? It highlights the selfishness of that kind of love, that is not unconditional love, because of the inherent difference you see in the being. And it's a little bit, I don't know. It's interesting because I guess I never thought that I would be able to get through to someone who doesn't practice Buddhism the way that I've been able to get through to these people that I just have everyday interactions with, just doing what I do on a normal, regular basis. And it sparks these conversations, and over time it does get through. And I guess I'm feeling this is, not unconditional, and I recognize that, but I'm feeling that it's not a wasted effort. It's not a wasted effort to share your practice with other people around you. And the more consistency that you have with sharing and with being open and honest and not trying to cover anything up, the more it will benefit the other person. Because, over time, things will get through, even if it doesn't seem like they are getting through. And sometimes that impact is greater than, teaching a dedicated student for years and years. And so just, I guess, what I've been thinking about is, don't give up the effort, because it is worthwhile, and we have to start from a place of, seeing a need, and then we can end at a place of coming from Supreme Bodhi to teach it. And so don't lose heart, I guess. We can transform it into the practice. So that is my Dharma talk for today. I don't have any announcements at this time. We're just going to get back into our regular cycle of Sunday services. It has been a bit sparse lately, but I think that we've had some circumstances, so looking forward to getting back into our regularity.
Closing. Let me respectfully remind you, life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes swiftly and opportunity is lost. Each of us should strive to awaken. Awaken, take heed, do not squander your life. Offering of merit. May the merit of this penetrate into each thing in all places, so that we and every sentient being together can realize the Buddha's way. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, experience supreme Bodhi.
Okay. And we'll take our 20-minute break. So we'll come back